Players may come and go, but when we're talking about tennis, these legendary players like Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, and even Novak Djokovic will have their own legacy in the game. On the other hand, here comes a young sensation, a 19-year-old boy, Carlos Alcaraz, who is touching sky heights nowadays. Hello, and welcome back to Rally Rackets. In today's, we're going to take a look at a player's performance and we try to find out why this 19-year-old Carlos Alcaraz will become the next Rafael Nadal. Stay tuned to the end to know everything about this emerging new player. In 2016, a 13-year-old Alcaraz competed in the Rafael Nadal Tour's Under-14 stage for junior players in Spain, and the youngster went on record saying he intended to follow in the Mallorcan's footsteps, including breaking into the top 10, which he accomplished when he won the Barcelona Open 2022 title. Well, we're talking about Carlos Alcaraz, who is doing wonders in the game at the very early age of 19. For those who don't know him, here's a quick intro about him. Carlos Alcaraz is a professional tennis player from Spain. The Association of Tennis Professionals has ranked him as high as world number 6 in singles. At the age of 19, Carlos Alcaraz defeated Nadal, Djokovic, and Zverev. Carlos Alcaraz hits a return against Novak Djokovic on his path to the Madrid Open semi-finals. Alcaraz went on to win the tournament, pushing him into the world's top 10. On his 18th birthday in 2021, Carlos Alcaraz lost to one of tennis's idols, Rafael Nadal, in straight sets at the Madrid Open. The tournament was significant for Nadal's fellow Spaniard Alcaraz because it was in Madrid that he first started watching tennis and found inspiration in the legend. Nadal was ruthless as usual, conceding only 3 games before sending the teenager packing. A year later, the tables have turned, and how? Alcaraz, now 19, has not only defeated Nadal, but also world number 1 Novak Djokovic and world number 3 Alexander Zverev to lift the Madrid Open trophy, becoming its youngest champion. And this has catapulted him to the status of one of the favourites for the French Open Grand Slam tournament, which begins next week. Alcaraz isn't just a one-hit wonder. He's already been making headlines for a while and is currently rated 6th in the world in men's tennis. This 6'1" boy smashes are sharp and thundering along the baseline from either end, but he also possesses the skill of a subtle drop shot, often skillfully concealed, which he utilised frequently in victory against both Nadal and Zverev. Though he greatly admires Nadal, he has Roger Federer's portrait framed in his room. "I want to be in the top 10. But you need to work for it. My idol's Rafa. I want to be like Rafael Nadal because he practices very hard and he gives his all in matches, and I want to be like him," a young Alcaraz said. Several comparisons have been drawn between the two Spanish stars over the last few months, and Alcaraz has made no secret of the fact that the 21-time Grand Slam champion is his idol. While the teenager has opted out of the Italian Open to gear up for the big-ticket Grand Slam at Roland Garros, an old video of him expressing his wish to be like Nadal has gone viral. Earlier this week, Alcaraz became the youngest champion at the Casa Magica after dispatching world number 3 Alexander Zverev's 6-3, 6-1 to capture his second ATP Masters 1000 title of the season. The Spaniard, who beat his childhood hero Rafael Nadal and world number 1 Novak Djokovic on his way to the final, defeated the German in 61 minutes to win his 4th trophy of the year. Alcaraz is also being pegged as a firm favourite for this month's French Open, an admission made by Djokovic himself. The way he was dealing with the pressure, in our match a few days ago, how calm he was all the way was impressive. He deserved to win the trophy. The French Open defending champion added, "At Roland Garros, he's definitely one of the main favourites, no doubt, even though he's never reached the second week of a Grand Slam. With everything recently that he has achieved, he deserved to be one of the favourites." Carlos stunned everyone and became the youngest player to reach round 4 of the US Open 2021 after emerging on top of the then world number 3 Stefanos Tsitsipas in a 5-set epic clash. Earlier in the year, Alcaraz had made his Grand Slam debut with the Australian Open. He made it to round 2 of the showpiece event Down Under, and the same fate followed for him in Wimbledon, whereas his run ended at the 3rd round in the French Open, where he became the youngest player to reach the round of 32 at Roland Garros since 1992. Notably, Alcaraz is the 5th youngest player to earn a win at all 4 Grand Slam tournaments. Bjorn Borg, Boris Becker and Goran Ivanisevic are 3 of the 4 players to have earned the feat at a younger age. With his aggression, strong forehand and covering the dimensions of the court, Alcaraz has been hailed by many and termed to be one of the next big things in men's tennis. Well before beating Nadal, there's some news surfacing the internet that says Carlos Alcaraz's 9-match winning streak will be put to the test when he faces his idol Rafael Nadal in the semi-finals of the 2022 BNP Paribas Open. As the 18-year-old beat defending champion Cameron Norrie 6-4, 6-3 in the quarterfinals and will be attempting to make his maiden Masters 1000 final at Indian Wells on Saturday. People were really excited to watch him play against his idol. This was the second meeting between the two Spaniards. The 21-time Grand Slam champion bagged a straight sets win over Alcaraz in Madrid last year. Nadal, who won his first major at the 2005 Roland Garros as a 19-year-old, recently said that he sees glimpses of himself in Alcaraz. Responding to Nadal's comments in a press conference after beating Norrie, Alcaraz admitted to feeling pretty good at the tennis great's praise. He quoted, "It's pretty good," Alcaraz remarked. "I mean, when he was 18 or 19 old, he got a Grand Slam. So it's good to know that Rafa said that he sees himself in me when he was my age. But yeah, it's quite cool." He further said, "It's amazing to play against Rafa. He's my idol since I was a kid, so it's never easy to play against him. I think it's going to be a great match." The Spaniard adds on, "I think it's a great experience for me to meet him in Masters 1000 semi-final here at Indian Wells. But yeah, I'm going to have fun out there and enjoy every single second of the match. It's a very special experience for me." When Carlos Alcaraz saw Rafael Nadal leaving the court at the Madrid Open Friday, he did what he's done countless times before, stood and cheered. But there was one big difference. Alcaraz had just beaten Nadal for the first time, bouncing his longtime idol and fellow Spaniard from the tournament. Alcaraz then put an exclamation mark on the achievement by winning the tournament. To do so, he outplayed 3 of the world's top 5 players, becoming the youngest player to accomplish that feat at one event since the ATP Tour started in 1990. Like other records, Alcaraz has set his young career. His latest feat points to where he could be headed. Novak Djokovic, the previous record holder, was 20 when he beat Roger Federer, Nadal and Andy Roddick in 2007, when they were the world's number 1 to 3 players respectively at a tournament in Montreal. "I would say this is my best week ever," Alcaraz said. "I mean, I beat 2 of the best players in history, beating Zverev in the final, a great player as well, number 3 in the world." Alcaraz is often called by his nickname Carlitos, but the young man owned Madrid's clay courts this past week, dominating points with his forehand and winning rallies with fearless creativity and a lethal drop shot. Nadal said that Alcaraz no longer has to look up to him because he's now reaching the sport's heights. "When you are young and when you are very good, the process is faster than the normal people," Nadal said. "He's not a normal guy, like Novak was not a normal guy, like Roger was not a normal guy, and probably I was not a normal guy." From now on, Nadal said, Alcaraz will be seen as a favourite in every tournament he plays in. Well, all this speaks louder than anything else that why people are comparing this young sensation with the game's own legend, and why they're saying that this 19-year-old Carlos Alcaraz will become the next Rafael Nadal. So with this, our video has come to an end, but we will return with some new and exciting videos in the future. Until then, please ensure that you enjoy our video by hitting the like button. Also, share your thoughts and opinions in the comments box below. Do not forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Thank you for your time. We hope to see you in the next one, and until then, peace.